One of the differences I'd like to see from last year's process is last year you had the joint conference committee and conference committees, and then you had the command, the mothership, where you would allocate targets to each of the different tables. Last year, when you began that process, which was an excellent process, we hadn't as yet reached agreement on avails or the overall size of the budget, so that during that process, as different targets were set for different tables, I as the executive would raise some reservations, that I'm concerned about the overall spending and the whole thing. And ultimately, we worked it out, and it turned out very, very positively. But if we could have some sense of agreement on avails and the overall target for the budget before the mothership sets the targets for the individual tables, I think that would be enormously helpful.
Doesn't it slow up the process, Governor?
And I just want to get back to the debate over avails. We were successful last year because we had rank and file members debating the issues, and the issues of avails was a very big part of that debate. There are issues that come into avails that may be spoken at the table. I know in the city of New York, Mayor Bloomberg is talking about a school construction program. There's nothing in it that's in the current budget. There's something that we proposed last year that didn't survive to the end in the way it should. The mayor has been adamant this year, and ultimately when the members meet, you may find some meeting of the minds between the various houses, supposing they propose a bonding program that's available. That comes out of this debate on the issues. And remember, that public process worked last year.
Right.
And before we change it, we ought to think exactly what it is that we are changing.
The more you include the rank and file members in the process, I think that's how we got to the avails last year. I don't think it held it up.
Yeah.
I think it's how we got to that number.
I don't have a problem with that
It's the same thing
at all.
about the education policy. We can't have everybody in the room, but we don't want to blanketly speak for everybody. The conference committees have really engendered a spirit of cooperation around it.